Hello, my name is Kevin Solis, and today I'm going to be responding to the four questions regarding the ENA Module 2. So let's start with the first one. And I can say that my teaching practice will be totally different because of three main concepts, which are critical thinking, lesson planning, and dialogue as means to learning. Taking into consideration all the techniques that critical thinking requires to use, I can assure that my lesson plans will be meaningful for my students because I will dedicate time to construct my rubrics so that I can assess my students' performance in the best way. I will work on my role as a teacher during the class, and I will work on the set of questions that each activity require when working on them. This will be really meaningful for my students because they will have to utilize the reasoning anytime in my classes. Also, communication will impact my teaching practice because now I will not only provide instructions and explain a topic, but I will listen to my students' words, suggestions, recommendations, and feedback because we are constantly learning. We have to be open minded as our students can teach us a lot of things. Talking about the second question, there are some aspects that I would like to replicate for my students. For example, the flexibility to attend video sessions was really nice because we had the opportunity to send an email to explain why we were absent. Also, I would like to replicate the accessibility that the teacher had because I was really comfortable. If I had a doubt or I had a misunderstanding, I knew that I could send an email to clarify my doubt, and I knew that the teacher was there to solve those questions. Also, I really like the delivery of the instructions because I could understand at the first time what was the point of the task, and I really like how the teacher delivered his speech in the written form and in the oral form. For the third question, I can say that I would like to add more time for lesson planning and rubrics because I had a lot of problems creating these two resources, and they are of great significance when teaching. So it would be great to have a class to prepare a lesson plan with all the students, providing ideas, providing recommendations, because in this way everybody will start understanding how they can create activities, how they can create rubrics for working on specific skills, and at the same time the rubrics how they can use uh, the indicators and the aspects to be considered. I i think that a class of 2 hours per each resource would be great because it is kind of difficult to be just following examples and reading materials to construct one of these resources. But in general, the module was really nice. Regarding the fourth question, I can say that what I learned from creating a lesson plan including critical thinking goes around the structure that a nice lesson plan should have. Uh, and I can say that it matched my expectations because before I had the idea that a lesson plan just was created uh, with the activities, and the role of the teacher will be the same for the whole class. But now, working on this lesson plan, including critical thinking, I have realized how important is to dedicate time to work on the activity, on the language to be used, on the role of the teacher and on the questions to be asked, because in these different tasks, critical thinking should be the core. So in that way, we have to create questions that will connect our critical thinking with the students' critical thinking, and at the same time, we are going to use rubrics to assess the students' comprehension of the content. Uh, I have realized how relevant are WH questions, because uh, by the usage of them, we can have our students reasoning, analyzing, and perceiving the topics and the lessons we want them to learn. So, taking into consideration all these elements that a lesson plan includes, uh, will endorse our methodology and our approach, and our students will succeed inside the classroom and outside of it, because we are going to be working carefully on each part of it.